Here's what most of us don't realize. Stress is contagious. Not metaphorically, but neurologically. When one family's member's nervous system gets stuck in fight or flight mode, it creates a ripple effect that impacts everyone in the house. The baby picks up dad's work tension, the toddler mirrors mom's overwhelm, and even the dog starts acting differently when the family stress peaks. And sometimes we try to fix individual problems, and this is really how we've grown up in American culture. We think more individualized instead of as a family. Anxiety medication for mom, sleep training for baby, behavior charts for the 5-year-old, but we're missing the bigger picture. You can't heal in isolation when you're neurologically wired to co-regulate with the people you live with. This video has parents who notice that when one family member struggles, everyone struggles. For families where dad's work stress somehow affects baby's sleep, where mom's anxiety shows up at toddler tantrums, and where holiday gatherings leave everyone exhausted for days. You're not imagining these connections. They're neurologically real. And you'll discover how family nervous systems literally synchronize with each other. Why caring for just one person rarely creates lasting change. And how something called co-regulation explains why your stress becomes your kid's stress. And most importantly, you understand why neurologically focused chiropractic care for the whole family isn't just helpful, it's essential for breaking generational patterns of dysregulation. Research shows that up to 15% of infants experience regulation difficulties in their first year. But here's what that stat doesn't capture. Those babies are usually born into families where parents are already dysregulated. We see this pattern every week in our practice. Stressed parents bring in struggling kids, not realizing the nervous systems are connected like Wi-Fi networks in the same house. And the data gets more compelling when mothers experience chronic stress during pregnancy. The cortisol levels can directly program the baby's developing nervous system. And that baby grows up with a nervous system pre-wired for stress. And then they become anxious kids, then stressed adults, who have babies of their own. And the cycle continues. You're sharing the nervous system patterns that you've been passed down. Your nervous system doesn't operate in isolation. It's constantly reading and responding to the nervous systems around you through something called co-regulation. So just like an air traffic controller coordinating multiple planes, your nervous system is trying to coordinate with every other nervous system in your home. Kids are especially tuned into their parents' nervous system states, detecting stress through tone, touch, and even mom's heartbeat from across the room. When dad comes home stressed from work, the entire family's nervous system shifts towards sympathetic dominance, fight or flight mode, within minutes. Studies using heart rate variability, which is HRV, measurements show that family members' stress patterns often synchronize, creating either a cycle of calm or a storm of chaos. Caring for mom's anxiety while dad stays dysregulated is like trying to remodel a house on a cracked foundation. You're building on an unstable base. Sending your child to therapy while the home environment stays stressed is like pushing a car with a parking brake on. Progress will be slow, but also frustrating. So the perfect storm isn't individual, it's environmental, generational, and collective, affecting everyone under the same roof. One family member gets adjusted, it's like having one instrument tuned in an orchestra where everyone else is off key. The discord remains. When your nervous system is like a computer with too many tabs open, it affects everyone trying to connect to the same network. When families receive neurologically focused chiropractic care together, their HRV patterns can begin to synchronize in healthy, balanced ways. Families create what we call a regulation field, where everyone's nervous system supports rather than stresses the other. Breaking the generational cycle requires addressing the whole family system, not just an identified patient or the one showing the signs. Just like that umbilical cord that connected mom and baby, your family stays neurologically connected. And healing happens best when you heal together. Instead of just surviving the chaos, you can start transforming it. So, families, it may be time to schedule those boost adjustments as we head into summer. And if you're new here or your child is under care but now you're interested to see your scans, click the link in our bio, comment below, or send us a DM to schedule. Your family deserves better than survival mode.